Hello everybody, and we have another GLC gameplay video for you on TCG Live, and we're going to be showing off the Psychic type today. I have not played the Psychic type in all the videos I've done, so we're going to be doing Psychic, and Psychic has a new card. No, it is not Destined Rivals. Unfortunately, that's not on GLC, on TCG Live just yet. I don't know when it's going to come out. I'm guessing it's going to come out once TCG Live stops having GLC, and I'm really sad because today is the 19th. So we've only got 2 more days of GLC on TCG Live after this. And yeah, it's been so fun. But I wanted to show off the new cards we got. We got the new Marnies and Stevens decks. So we've got the Marnies Morpeko as a cool attacker in Dark. And we've got the Stevens Claydol in Psychic. So for stage 1 with 120 HP for 2 Psychic Energy and a Colorless, it does 220 damage, but you have to discard all energy from this Pokemon. So this is actually really well suited into most Psychic decks because that Colorless pip means that in Paper Psychic, you can use Dimension Valley to reduce the cost by a Colorless, and you're doing 220 for just 2 Psychic Energy. Yes, you have to discard all your energy, but this Claydol basically gives Psychic an increased damage cap, whereas before they were kind of stuck doing 160, 170, 180 with their main attackers, and they'd have to use Muscle Band, but they really couldn't get higher than 200 damage. And with this Claydol, and in addition to in Paper, you got Muscle Band, and in this deck we're actually running the Monkey Dory. So with a Monkey Dory, if you move the 30 damage off of something onto their Pokemon, and then you can hit it for 220, you can do as much as 250 damage to knock out something like a Whale Lord or a big basic with a luxurious cape on it. Really good synergy there. And of course, to go with Monkey Dory, we've got the Distortion Door Giratina, can put itself back into play, and its attack puts 4 damage counters on your own Pokemon, so that it feeds the Monkey Dory, and you can actually be doing, instead of 130, you can actually be doing 160 with the Giratina, or you're knocking stuff out that's less than 130, and then you're doing extra, you're like spreading damage around. You can actually take extra knockouts each turn if you spread the damage just right. And of course, we've got Malamar and Xatu to power up our Pokemon in this, because we don't have Dimension Valley and TCG Live, and we've also got the Curlia and the Gallade engine as our card advantage and toolbox engine, as well as Gallade just being a very good attacker. And then to round out our attackers, instead of Necrozma, which we usually run, I'm actually running Latios, because again, it hits that high damage cap. So these Latios and Claydol go really well with our Giratina Monkey Dory package, because if our opponents are putting down things that are too big to knock out with Giratina, we've got Claydol and we've got Latios that can hit those higher damage ceilings. And to go along, we've got a nice package of trainers. Crispin works really well with Monkey Dory, since we've got the 2 Darkness Energy in the deck. And we've also got a Ball Guy package, a few other things, Brock Scouting. Nothing super exciting in this deck. Trying out the Kofu over Cynthia. And we've got the toolboxy stuff. So you want a lot of toolboxy supporters when you've got Gallade. So we've got stuff like Avery that draws cards but also limits the bench. Birdkeeper draws cards but allows you to switch, which can be important if your attacker is in the active spot, but you need to power it up with something like Malamar and Xatu, which can only attach to the bench. So we've got lots of switches with Birdkeeper, Tate and Liza, as well as things like Scoop Up Net and Escape Rope. So that's our deck. Let's jump into the gameplay here. It is going to be a fun one with the new Claydol. All right, we're going to jump in with the play. All right, here we go. Already found a match. Nice. Hopefully this is a good one. I'm going to try and keep the good matches in. I've been playing a lot of Poison. I've been seeing a lot of Poison on the ladder lately. So let's see if we run into that Darkness Poison. Man, I can't believe it's almost over. Like, I'm going to be so sad when GLC's gone from live. It was so fun to just be able to play whenever. I really hope they bring it back as like a permanent, just like as a permanent format. You know, just have it right next to standard and expanded. Just let people play it. I've played more TCG Live in the last 2 weeks than I have in probably a year, honestly. Because like I don't like standard, so Okay, let's see. We starting off with a Latios. This hand not looking great. We've got a mysterious treasure at least. We're playing against a Bidoof. Okay, so this is probably going to be a real game. See if they get the fan rotom out. I've been really kind of struggling with this deck for some reason. Like, I keep messing up my energy attachments and discards and like getting because it's so specific. You have to have energy in the discard and you can only attach to the bench with stuff like Xatu and Malamar. So I keep messing up my energy. So I'm going to try and lock in for this one, not have any big misplays. But even if I do misplay, we'll try and stick with it because the deck's been pretty powerful so far. All right. There's the fan rotom. All right, colorless. This should be good. This is a real deck. Fan call. Now, if they're turbo, they're just going to be getting Squovit and maybe like a Wooloo. Or they might be doing Dodrio. Fan rotom's pretty good with Dodrio because you can get, yeah, there we go. Oh, Porygon. All right. Crazy call, colorless. Okay, well, the Artisan is going to help us at least. And in fact, I wonder if I should just save the mysterious treasure for the Curlia to help us set up more. Ooh, they got the Slackoth too. Yeah, our opponent's setting up pretty good. The nice thing about Crazy Code though is the deck's a little bit slower. Well, though they are still threatening with Fan Rotom here, so but at least we don't get knocked out. Our Latios can survive a Fan Rotom attack. And we can mess them up a little bit with our Escape Rope too. Yeah, I might punish that attach with Escape Rope. I feel like that was a premature retreat. Okay. Oh, there's Curlia. Okay, so if we want to punish with Escape Rope, we're going to have to use it now before we Artisan, because it's going to put it back on the bench. Although we do have an Air Balloon. So actually, maybe we'll go ahead and... yeah, we can check with Artisan and Escape. Let's see what we've got. There's Giratina, Natu, Ralts. There's our Boltoy. Okay, all of our main basics are here. We're just missing, it looks like Monkey Dory. And then we have Curly and Hand. So all of our evolutions are here as well. And then I just want to check our basic energies and our tools. So there's TM Evolution, U-turn board. We've got, I think, all of our energy. So let's grab the Ralts. Yep, go ahead and do that. And then I think what we'll do is... yeah, let's punish this with an Escape Rope. Make their life a little bit harder. So what we'll do is we'll Mysterious Treasure next turn, get the Giratina, discard the Giratina to the Curlia, and then we can get the Giratina back. That's something that I keep messing up too. Like, I gotta always try to remember to save the Giratina. And don't bench it, but save it for a discard cost. All right, do we want to get anything else with Mysterious Treasure? Like, do we want to try and set up a Xatu or a Natu here? No, I think we'll save it. I think we're good. Do we want to attach an energy? I think we'll just save the Scoop Up Net. Yeah, so we're going to Scoop Up Net to heal the Latios and then retreat back into it. Just kind of stall out their Fan Rotom taking a prize. Hopefully they don't have like a boss or something. Okay, good. Arven. Although they could have Escape Rope here. That would suck. Okay, great. Well, Rare Candy is also scary, but it's not an Escape Rope, so we're not going to lose our Ralts. Check. Great. Okay, Artisan to fill their bench. What do they get? Probably Snorlax. I think you just get Snorlax here. I guess if they... If they rare candy into slacking, that would be annoying. They can get it into the active. But I think the bigger threat here is... Oh, they're going to get Minccino. Interesting. So maybe the Snorlax is prized. Because they could have gone Snorlax, Rare Candy, Porygon, and then start hitting with Snorlax. But right now they don't have an attacker that can knock out Latios right now. Vigoroth does not do it. The Vigoroth is a big threat though. The slacking is really threatening. Okay, there's the U-turn. Arven. I'm just going to go in with the Fan Rotom here. And no attack. So they're a little bit choked on resources, it looks like. Okay, so let's evolve. Evolve Kirlia. Do the plan. We'll go Mysterious Treasure. I think we get rid of an energy. Get the Giratina, which gives us a free discard for the Kirlia. And we're going to wait for the Artisan to see what we draw in case we draw an evolution. All right, well, we didn't draw an evolution. Kind of just dead draw there. Let's Artisan for... I think we need Malamar. So we have Raihan. Actually, if we Raihan, we won't have the energy in discard pile, so let's get Natu so we can then Raihan for the energy, get another energy, attach it with Xatu. Okay, so Natu is the play. And then let's go ahead and play this Giratina. And we'll put, where do we want to put this damage? Probably on the Vigoroth and on the Porygon. Slacking does have a lot of HP. Okay, now the question is, do we attach the basic Darkness Energy to the Giratina? Problem is we don't have Monkey Dory, so that's kind of rough. We could actually go with the Latios instead. I think that might actually be the play. So I think I'm going to scoop up the Latios here and send out the Giratina. Play the Latios, play the Darkness Energy, and then pass. And so now hopefully they knock out the Giratina. We put up Latios, we Raihan, or not Latios, we put up the Kirlia, we Raihan Psychic Energy onto the Latios, get Xatu. Oh, but we need another energy. So maybe that play doesn't work so good. Hopefully we'll draw an energy with Kirlia. So we'll draw with Kirlia and then we'll Raihan. Okay, Guzmahala. There's the Cinccino, so they're doing the attacking one. Does 70 for each energy card attached. So for 2 energy, it does 140, which is great for stage 1, but you can also scale it up. I like Cinccino in Crazy Code decks. I'm just going to go with the Assault Landing, 2-hit KO with the Gift Energy. Okay, so if we knock it out... Oh, there's our energy. But we don't really have what we need yet. So let's draw... I think I'm just going to get rid of this Pal Pad for now. Ooh, Capture Energy and Crispin. So Artisan here. Let's see. Inkay, Mimikyu, or Baltoy. But we don't have the Stevens Claydol at all. I think Mimikyu is going to be the play. And then we'll go ahead and Crispin. And we'll put the Darkness Energy to hand, the Psychic Energy onto the Latios. And we'll put a capture energy on the Mimikyu. And now if they gust, we can still send out Latios or Mimikyu, the Inkay into play, and we'll pass the turn. We can actually just take the Revenge KO on their Rotom with our Mimikyu without sacrificing anything. So without sacrificing much, just like how they're only sacrificing 70 HP attacker, we're only going to be sacrificing this. And we really don't give up anything by sacrificing Giratina because it just comes right back. Okay, Crazy Code a counter energy onto the Vigoroth. It takes the knockout with Assault Landing. So now we've got Raihan. So we can Raihan for the Xatu. Oh, or the Xatu can just appear. That works for me. I think we should we discard? We get Malamar. I think what we'll do is we'll Clairvoyant Sense to the Latios. And then we will Raihan to the Mimikyu. Well, I guess we should have drawn. We could have discarded that S-Ball. And I think we get the Gladion here. Right? Or do we want... No, I guess we want the Malamar. And we have card draw, so we're good. Or do we want to get... Yeah, see, we should have drawn first, then used Raihan, because we don't know what we're going to get. Let's get... Yeah, we'll get the Gladion, actually. Oh, I should have gotten Hisuian Heavy Ball. Darn it. That's because I played the Raihan. Okay. Discard the Nest Ball. Oh, there we go. Next turn, we'll just get rid of that. And... Oh, that's right. Gladion is going to get us the other thing. So now, I think we actually just get the Baltoy into play. And interestingly, the counter energy is live. But now we are just going to attach to... to attach to the Baltoy, or should we put out should we have put out the Giratina? I think we'll attach the counter energy to the Curlia, because that's one of our better attackers. And then we'll copycat for 70 damage. The knockout. Great, Psychic Energy. Doduo coming out for the pivot. They send out Slacking, we've got Latios. If they gust the Latios and attack with Slacking, then... Ooh, Timer Ball Tails. Ouch. That wasn't to get your Slacking. Wonder if their Bibarel's prized as well. So yeah, the reason I want to set up this Baltoy is just because I'm worried Giratina is not going to be able to take the knockout that I need. I think once Mimikyu goes down, I can deploy Monkey Dory, and then once Latios goes down, I can put out the Giratina and start doing the Monkey Dory loops. Ditto, interesting. Gonna go with the Ditto Fan Rotom knockout. Okay. Which means my counter energy will still be live, and I can go get... I can just go get Gallade and take the knockout with the Gallade, but maybe I don't want to do that. I guess if I can get Malamar, then I would go for a Giratina KO here. Because we've got to hold the Latios. We don't have any. Oh, we'll have a Psychic Energy in the discard pile when they knock out our Mimikyu. So this Ditto can copy any non-Roblox basic Pokemon in the discard pile. So they copied the Fanrodom. And they're sending out these low HP attackers. They want us to use our big shots on them, but we're not going to do that. Instead, we are going to do some refinement. I think we'll go ahead and... So we need the Gladion. Don't need all of this energy. Okay. Rescue Stretcher. Dory. I guess we don't have a way to get Malamar into play. Shoot. We could Monkey Dory. Oh, we could draw. So let's play the Giratina. And we'll put two there and one on... Put it on the Doduo to set up a Monkey Dory kill for next turn. Let's thin the deck. Get an energy out. I'm going to get either Malamar or Gallade. And now we will Clairvoyant Sense to the Giratina. Hopefully we draw a... There we go. The Brock Scouting will get us the Malamar. Evolve the Malamar. Psychic Recharge. Onto the Giratina. And then we'll keep the Darkness Energy in hand for the Monkey Dory. And let's Quick Ball just in case we get Marnie or something. Okay. And I don't think we need to use the Field Blower yet. Rescue Stretcher will hold off. Retreat into the Giratina. And then we'll Shadow Impact and we'll put the damage counters on the Latios, I think is correct. Maybe on the Ball Toy. Let's put them on the Ball Toy. Because right now the Ball Toy is the lowest target, like the lowest value target for them. Oh, there we got our Claydol, so we don't have to Gladion anymore. So if they go for the Ball Toy and knock it out, I don't care. But if we're making it easier for them to knock out our Latios, that's kind of a problem because Latios has a ton of energy on it. It's ready to go. And we don't need Claydol to be super tanky. And in fact, we don't even know if we need Claydol at all yet. It's actually kind of clogging up the bench. I thought I was going to need it to deal with Slacking. But at this point, I think Slacking is like 180. So I think Slacking's actually going to be manageable with the Latios. No targets for Artisan. Yeah, I think their setup was just a little too slow. They needed either Slacking right away or Snorlax. And I think Snorlax is prized and they can't find the Slacking. They haven't found any of their Evo Surge. Oh, the Timer Ball Tails was really tough. Flipping double tails on the Timer Ball, I think. And now they're resorting to a Mallow, which normally super good with Skwovet and Bibarel, but when you don't have either of those. What did happen to their Skwovet? I thought they searched out a Skwovet with the Fanrodom. Did they not do that? They did get a Skwovet, but they didn't play it. That's interesting. Maybe the Bibarel was prized. That could have been it. Maybe they saw the Bibarel was prized because they did start the Bidoof in the active. Yeah, tough spot. There's Snorlax. Do you have the energy or Crazy Code? I don't quite have the room to put out both Monkey Dory and Giratina, which would be optimal. And I used my scoop up net already. So yeah, right now the Balto is just kind of clogging up my bench. I'd started with the Latios. Latios is not one I like to put out early until like right when I'm about to attack with it. But sometimes you start with it. Okay, there's the interesting. So now we can get 2 prizes with our Stevens Claydol. Nice. Just have to find the energy. I think we're actually out of psychic energy. There's the Guzma. So what do we do? Basic darkness. We might actually need 2 Gladion for an energy. I don't remember if there was an energy in there, but let's actually drop the Monkey Dory. Yeah, because we have Rescue Stretcher and we can get it back with Artisan. So let's drop that. Draw 2. There we go. Night Stretcher. That is what we wanted. Exactly. Psychic Recharge onto the Baltoy. Hopefully I'm doing this right. I messed this up a lot. Night Stretcher. The energy. Clairvoyant Sense. Evolve. I guess we play the Darkness Energy. And then we'll just burn this TM Evolution for now. Yeah. I'm going to wait on the Giratina. So let's go ahead. Actually, let's Gladion now. We can. There is Recycle Energy. Ooh, actually, Avery would be really good against this. Oh, let's get this. Actually, we need the Recycle Energy, I think, to be able to keep attacking. They're still ahead on prizes. But now we get to blow this up and take the lead in the prize race as they put that Lux Cape probably on the wrong target, not realizing what the Claydol did. Spike Energy for 20 damage. And we get the 2 prize KO. So that's the cool thing about the Claydol, right? Is it ups Psychic's damage cap. It used to be Psychic was kind of limited to 180 with either Latios or Mewtwo. You could push it up to 210 if you count the Monkey Dory, 230 if you do Monkey Dory Muscle Band and Paper. But now with the Claydol, you can do 220 and you can augment it with Monkey Dory and get it up to 250 or Muscle Band to 240. And that's very important for knocking out Wailord right now. Also very important for knocking out big basics with Lux Cape on them. 230 is an important number. 240. 240 is like an Iron Boulder with a Lux Cape or a Kyogre with a Lux Cape, right? And we drew the Avery off the prizes. Great. And we've got Guzma to get this thing out of the active if it stalls. That's why I play a lot of switches in this deck. In case I need to switch. Also, of course, Malamar and Xatu very much can only do energy to the bench, so you have to switch your attackers around sometimes. So that was something I had to add later on as I was testing the deck. I'm glad I got to do this, and it worked, and I'm gonna be able to make it out of here on time. Okay, what do? They need energy. They have the Porygon. I am gonna knock out the Porygon next turn with a Guzma. Hopefully I don't have to use a Claydol or a Latios to do it. I have 8 cards in hand. Rescue Stretcher and Giratina in the discard pile. Okay. We have a Marnie here. So I think at this point, we have Recycle Energy in our hand. don't have a way to get another energy back. Let's Hurlia refinement away the ball guy. There's the psychic energy we need. All right, so that's gonna mean we're gonna bring back Giratina. Actually, we could just bring back Dory, but we don't have a way to get the energy back. Oh no, we want to bring back Giratina and knock out the Porygon, I think. Right? Yeah, let's do that. Giratina, Distortion Door. Put the damage on the Snorlax and the Vigoroth. Let's Psychic Recharge. And I might need another way to get energy back because I have Clara and I have Night Stretcher, and I think that's it. Makes sense. So I might need a Super Rod or something. There's an Evolution Incense. Let's hold off on that. Guzma, the Porygon. Send out the Giratina. And let's Shadow Impact. And put the damage onto the Latios. And that should be good. I think we've got it from there. They can send out the Snorlax, but all we have to do is retreat into Latios and take the knockout. They have no way to accelerate energy. They could get Slacking and counter energy, but I think I have the knockout on the Slacking thanks to the Giratina chip damage. And for those who don't know, the Slacking turns off abilities while it's in the active, and I think it does 160 damage for 3 energy. Yeah, I think the knockout on the Porygon was the final nail in the coffin there, preceded by the double prize turn with the Claydol on the Lux Cape. Yeah, that was a bit of a mistake, I think. They thought they were safe because they didn't realize what Claydol did. Putting a Lux Cape on this for 210. And there's the concede. GG. Good game. Good game. All right, cool. We got to show off the deck, and we got to show off the cool thing that Claydol can do, which is take out big tanky things that normally Psychic can't one-shot. All right, let's try one. All right, play. And we're going to do one more. Come on, real deck. J-Man Zambi. Who this is? Do I know this person? Heads. Of course, we've got our Steven coin to subtly hint that we are playing the Steven's Claydol. We have 15 minutes. Let's see if we can play this game in 15 minutes. This deck's usually pretty fast if I can get Monkey Dory going, because then I can take usually 1.5 prizes a turn with Monkey Dory. Starting off with Claydol and Baltoy. Not the ideal start for this deck, but we do have a ball guy and a quick ball, so let's see what they're doing. Come on. Don't be shy. Let's play a game. They're going first, so they might as well fill their bench if they want to. No. This is not. They're trying something. We don't have a good start. So. With Psychic Energy? No. Let's try one more time. Let's get a real deck. I mean, I'd be happy with the colorless. That colorless matchup was fine. people to play a little bit faster. So what haven't I done? Fire, and I haven't done dragon. Although I felt like I didn't feel a need to do dragon after Morse did his. Kazaa 1589. Let's see what you got. Okay, first. Whoa. Okay, this is a weird hand. Guess we start with the Mimikyu and try to draw some cards, but we do have a lot of basics, so that's good. So we'll be able to Fog Crystal or Earthen Vessel for energy. Oh, nice. We can actually Earthen Vessel the Giratina away and just Fog Crystal for basic. So we'll probably Fog Crystal for a Ralts, Earthen Vessel the Giratina away, and then Filch to draw 2 cards. Come on, player, let's go. Okay, this looks like something promising. Interesting. Well, Blacephalon's good. This is strange, but you know what? We're just going to do it. See what happens. Artisan, okay. More basics for me. The question is, do we Earthen Vessel for darkness or 2 psychic? Okay. Let's actually we don't need to use Fog Crystal because they put an artisan down for us. So let's get the Ralts. No, there's no Curlia. We do have Xatu and Malamar. Okay, well in that case I guess we get Monkey Dory. No, Curly is not terrible. And now we Earthen Vessel, discard the Giratina, which always feels good. Get the Darkness Energy, because we can already get the Psychic Energy with the Fog Crystal. Attach, play Natu and Inkay. And then do I want to play an Air Balloon now? I think I will. We'll put Air Balloon on the Inkay, because it does turn into Malamar. And we're going to wait on the Fog Crystal to see what we need. So we're going to Filch to draw 2. This Blacephalon is kind of scary. It's going to start putting 4 damage counters on all my Pokemon in any way they like. So they can actually 2-hit knockout either Natu or Inkay, depending on what I draw. Ball Guy was a good pickup there, though. That should be helpful. Okay. Sure, we'll put the Inkay out. It's been a lot of Galarian Weezings on this ladder, so I could see Rhyme being playable. What is this? Drowsy. Hypno. We're going to see a Hypno in this deck. Okay, I'm interested. I mean, they're playing stuff. Oh, this is Regulation F. Is this F2? No, this is from Sun and Moon, right? So they're not necessarily playing a standard pile. They've got stuff. They've cooked something. They have cooked something intentionally. Let's see what they cooked and see if we have enough time. Might have to play a little bit faster. Oh, they misplayed. They should have put it on the Blacephalon. There's the Abra that we see in people's random psychic decks. The random Abra. Okay. Well, let's do our thing then. We will go ahead and Ball Guy. Let's get Timer Ball. Level Ball, and we could actually get Heavy Ball here, but I think we're actually good without the Ralts for now. I'm going to get the Ultra Ball just in case I need it, but I'm hoping I'll just get the Xatu and the Malamar with the Timer Ball and the Level Ball. There's the head. So we need to get Xatu with this because Malamar is the one with 90 and Xatu has 100. Play the Xatu here. We can use the Artisan to get the Monkey Dory. We'll use the Lava Ball to get the Malamar. Oh, there's the Ralts. No, Curly is the one that's missing. That's right. So glad we did not get Hisuian Heavy Ball because it was actually Curlia that we were missing there. Oh, it's the monkey that's missing. Okay, so we actually did want to get the Heavy Ball. Oh, okay. Oops. Oh no, monkey's right there in play. We got monkey first. Yeah, I'm Russian. Let's get, I guess we get the Ralts because we're gonna start taking prizes here. And then let's start putting the Giratina out. Full acceleration. Let's put this on Drowsy, I guess. And the Abra. Okay, and now we're going to go ahead and Clairvoyant Sense. Okay, and now we need to Fog Crystal for an energy and then discard that energy to Ultra Ball. There's an energy stuck on our Mimikyu. Oh, we have a Gladion. So let's keep the Gladion. We'll get rid of the Claydol. We don't need it this game. Psychic Energy in there. We'll get the Latios just in case. Then we Psychic Recharge. And we're going to have to put the Darkness Energy on the Giratina, which is kind of awkward. I think there was a Darkness Energy in the prizes, so we can get it with Gladion. I don't think they're not good. I'm just trying to speedrun this. I'll put this on the Monkey Dory. Let's get the Curlia, Nest Ball. Okay. So just kind of showing what the deck does. I know this opponent's not going to be able to give us it's not quite playing at the same level this deck is, but just showing you what the deck does. You got the double acceleration with Xatu and Malamar. You've got Giratina that's coming back each turn that then feeds damage counters to the Monkey Dory. Like there's a Kadabra. And then so that you can do either 160 or you can knock out stuff that's 130 or less and be spreading 30 damage to things to take knockouts on smaller Pokemon. Interesting. Giovanni's Charisma. Okay. And then if they put out stuff that's bigger than 160 that you can't knock out with Giratina, you've got Latios and you've got the Stevens Claydol that you can set up that can do higher amounts of damage. So okay, so I think we'll go 30 damage to the Drowsy. Knock this thing out. That's anti-synergy with this Tapu Lele. They're doing 20 less damage because of that Giovanni's Charisma. Okay. Got Tate and Liza. So now we will Gladion for Curlia. Evolve to Curlia. Let's discard the Latios. Ooh, nice. Some more Psychic Energy. What is this? Non-psychic Pokemon? Well, that doesn't affect me. We'll attach this to the Giratina. And let's... Oh, we can't Monkey Dory yet, unfortunately. Let's Clairvoyant Sense this to the Curlia. Escape Rope that we don't need. And then we will Shadow Impact. Let's put the damage on the Mimikyu, since we don't have that in this matchup. Ah, it's unfortunate I couldn't find the Darkness Energy there. But next turn we'll be able to get it with the Glade. And this negates all basics. Just active. I guess this means I don't have time to edit. All right, well, if our opponent stalls any longer, we'll just exit out because I'm going to do the deck tech. Okay. All right, now we get to use Crispin. Cooler cards we can use for the strategy. Put this into our hand. Actually, let's put it on the key. Clairvoyant Sense. This to Glade. Put the Recycle Energy on the Glade. We'll use Adrena Brain. Try to get a multi knockout on this Drowsy. Shadow Pact for the knockout. And we should have this one in the next 2 turns. Should be up. They're trying to play like Guardy, I guess. Okay, GG, and that's going to be it. So we're going to call it there. Thanks everybody for watching. I hope you enjoyed this gameplay with the new Stevens Claydol for 220 damage. Such a cool card. Totally helped out, and I think it's going to be an interesting tool in Psychic for sure. We'll see you next time. Bye.